Hey guys, it's Amber. Thanks for tuning in. I wanted to take a quick second to just say hello. This is an intro to this video. I know that my eyes don't really match, but I'm going to be reviewing NYX Cosmetics Glitter Goals liquid eyeshadow today. I've got two different colors on, so this is the darker side. This is the lighter side, more of a summery look. Super easy to do if you want to learn how to use the liquid eyeshadow. Keep watching. Thanks. Hey guys, welcome back. I am so excited to show you guys what I got tonight. I buy entirely too much makeup, but that's okay. I'm going to show you what I got. I have never really experimented with liquid eyeshadow before or loose foil pigments, but I found these at Target. They are called Glitter Goals by NYX Cosmetics. This one is in the shade Metropical. Can you see that? Metropical. And then I have this one, which I absolutely love. This one's really pretty. This one is Poppy. I am in love with this color. I really like the brassy tones, and I'm a big fan of glitter, believe it or not. I also got some body glitter. I'm going to do, we're doing decades at work for Halloween, and I'm going to do like a 90s thing. So I bought these two glitters for body glitter. This one's got more of like the pinky reflex, but then this is really pretty. I really enjoy this. I'm going to kind of put it all over my face. And I also got a white jumbo eye pencil. I've got a small white one that I'm going to use for my eyeliner, but I got that. And also for, I've got this white eyeshadow that I'm going to use because when I was in the 90s, late 90s, I used to wear white eyeliner with white eyeshadow, and I thought it was just the greatest thing ever. I did get a pigment. This is the pigment that I bought. See, it says pigments. It's Pig 06. And then I got a foiled cream pigment that I'm really excited to play with. I don't know if you can see that. This is called French Macaroon. Can you see that? I don't think it's focusing. There we go. Okay. Anyway, fit. I'm going to use the Supernova palette that we used again. More than likely I'm going to use the shade Celestial again because it goes really nicely with these two pigments here. It may be a little too matchy-matchy. We'll just have to see. So I went ahead and I finished my face. So I've got my foundation, blush, highlighter on. I did buy this. It's a pigment primer by NYX Cosmetics. And it's just the primer base. There's no instructions for this, so I'm going to assume that you apply it with a flat brush. Let's see if I can find a flat brush real quick that doesn't have a bunch of stuff all over it. Let's see. Okay, I found one. So I'm going to actually just, now I don't know if this is correct or not. This is just trial and error here. I'm going to take this and I'm going to squeeze a little bit of it onto this flat brush. And then I'm going to take it and prime my eye with it here, kind of where I want that creamy glitter shadow to go. I may need, I don't know what, I guess I should have researched it. I think you can put your regular eyeshadow on, like your transition color and all of that on, and then put this on before you put the pigment on. And you don't necessarily even have to have this for the liquid eyeliner. It's mainly for the actual foil shadow pigments, but I'm going to try it just to see if it works. So I'm going to put it on this eye as well. I'm going to kind of paint it on. Okay, and I'm going to pat it with my finger. Kind of took all my foundation and stuff off that I have on my eyelids. Okay, so I think it's patted out pretty well. Okay, so I'm going to do the traditional thing here. I am going to use, let's see, transition shade wise, I think I'm going to use this color here called Interstellar. It's like a chocolate brown. All right, I'm going to try that. Oh, patchy. You see how it looks super patchy? Now, I don't know if that is because I used that primer base first, because it seems to be dragging more on the bottom than it is on the top, because you see you're able to blend. This is where blending comes into play, and I know that in the last video I was talking about blending, but don't be discouraged if you just sweep something on your eye and it looks like utter crap. You can always fix it. You can use several different methods to do so. This is a bigger fluffy brush, so you can, you know, buff and blend as you need to. And you notice I kind of went really high with it again. I mentioned it before. I have really deep set eyes, so if I'm going to do something, you know, with a darker shade, I definitely want to bring it up higher. You can definitely see the difference here than you could with the lighter shades that I did in my tutorial yesterday, because the transition shade was so light. Okay, so you can do the windshield wiper motions. See how it's kind of dragging right here on the bottom? I really think that's just because I have that primer there, because that's meant for more of the pigments, which you either use your finger to apply or you can use a flat brush to apply. I am going to sit here and buff and blend. Buff and blend. I'm going to come back over here with what's left over, and I'm going to kind of darken this corner of my eye here. Just going to go back and buff and blend again. Okay, so I'm going to take this fluffy brush, which I think I did it backwards. I think this is the brush that I normally use for color, and the super fluffy one is the one that I use to blend, but that's okay. They're both clean. I clean them pretty much every day. Okay, so I'm going to take this and I'm going to buff out just any rough areas. You can do the little windshield wiper motions if that's what you're comfortable with, or you can just kind of quick circular motions here. Sorry, I'm looking at myself in the camera. Okay, so quick circular motions, just kind of buff and blend. And this is like very bold, very smoky, but I think it'll work with what I've got going on. Okay, so now I'm going to deepen my crease with that color Celestial right here that we saw the other night. All right, ooh, that kickback. Okay, so for this, I'm just going to take it and lightly just go back and forth here. Windshield wiper motions. And I think it is because of that primer, because this is dragging really bad too. Okay. Windshield wiper motions. This looks pretty dark so far. It looks pretty darn patchy on camera, but that's okay. All right, so we're going to blend, blend, blend. I'm going to take a little bit more right here. Blend, blend, blend. Now, because I'm going to use a liquid eyeshadow, I'm not too concerned with what's going on right here because it's going to get covered. You don't always have to deepen your outer eye, especially if you're going to use like a liquid or a foiled shadow or whatever. You don't have to put anything right here on the outer third of your eye. You just can if you wish. Okay, so I'm going to take my blending brush, which I think is supposed to be this one. I'm going to buff, 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 buff. Buff, buff, buff. Okay. Now what I'm going to do, because I think, like I said, I think I messed up. I'm actually just going to use my finger for this. I'm going to take my pinky finger and I'm going to put just a little bit of this primer here on it. Like I said, I don't necessarily even think that I need the primer. I'm just going to do it. And I'm just going to lightly sweep the eyelid here. I got a bunch of eye gunk. Okay, lightly sweep the eyelid. I'm going to do the same thing with this other eye. That's what I'm doing right here. Sorry, I have my camera up higher because I sit like this a lot. I noticed that the double chin is real in these videos. Okay, so, oh, that went a little too high. Come on, back down. Darn it. I am so sorry if you hear bumps and scrapes and howls of my dogs. My children are running rampant in my living room right now. They're old enough to do that. They're just very rowdy. Okay. So, for the piece de resistance, I want to swatch these real quick. This is the Metropical color, which I already have kind of glitter on my hand. But this is the Metropical. Look at how pretty that is. You see that? And it's like there's a ton of product here. Like when you first go to put it on, it's like so creamy. Oh, I'm in love. Okay, so this is the Poppy color, which I kind of rubbed off the excess on this one. But here is... I'm underwhelmed. I guess I shouldn't have done that. Okay. Here's Poppy. See how pretty that is? Okay, so I'm going to put Poppy on. I think it'll look good. We shall see. Okay, so I'm going to put Poppy on my lid. I'm filming a YouTube video. Thank you. Bye-bye. Shut the door.
Want to see this? There's a keychain of him.
Uh-huh. You want it?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Welcome back.
Sorry. I'm not going to edit that out. That was too cute. All right, so I'm going to take this and I'm going to go all over with my lid here. Like I said, I'm not real familiar with liquid shadows, so this is kind of a learning experience for me as well. But it doesn't look bad, I don't think. I'm going to try the other color on the other eye, which I know is going to probably look nuts, but I want to see what it looks like because I'm so excited. I got both of them. Okay, so this is the first one, which I kind of have to let dry down first. This was the Metropical one. That's really pretty. This one seems to be a little thicker on this side, the pinker one. So what I think you should do in that case is you can take a flat brush like this one that I use for the primer, and you can just kind of stamp it real lightly and kind of sweep it like this. This should help kind of soften that super hard edge that you've got from applying that color. See how that softened it and it kind of blended it into that darker color? This one kind of was already like that. I think it's just because it's not as thick of a formula as the other one. But, okay, so there you have it. You have the side that's got Poppy and the side with Metropical. I love both of these. I've got to be honest with you. I wonder how well they stay, though. So, the cool thing about foiled shadows, and I don't think I mentioned this before. Foiled shadows are ones that have like a slick kind of wet look to them. This purple, the Andromeda that I used the other night, is a foiled shadow. This one is called Nebula. This one is like a foiled shadow. I'm going to go ahead and swatch that one. You see how it's got that sheen to it and it just looks very slick and very wet. That is a foiled shadow as well. What I think would be pretty is, let me take a look. Okay, with these two shadows, take a look at that. That's a little too yellow. I'm trying to find a color that would look good. I'm going to pull out my Athena palette, which has a lot of foiled shadows. Most of these are foiled. I think, ooh, this one. This one's called Prize. I think this one would go really well with these two here because they're kind of sort of like that. They have like a shift. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this pencil brush here, this small pencil brush, and I'm going to dip into this shadow now because it's foiled. It's more crumbly. The formula is a little bit more crumbly. But I'm going to take it and I'm going to go under here. That looks really similar. And then you can take a fluffy blending brush and do like this. You can kind of buff it out just a little bit. Now, unfortunately, I'm not going to do it on this side because I know I told you guys last night that my eyes messed up, so I'm not going to try to put anything on that section. But you see how it just kind of marries together really well. The shadow is just really pretty. That's what it looks like. So let's pretend I'm going to do my eyebrows off camera. So bear with me just one second. All right, guys, so here is the finished look. I did my eyebrows and my mascara off camera. So this is the final look. I choose not to do eyeliner with these truly metallic foiled, like super glittery eyeshadows because I feel like it almost takes away from the power of the eyeshadows. So this is definitely a hit for me. As far as these liquid eyeliners or eyeshadows go. I'm going to have to play with the foil pigment and the loose pigment and see how I feel. And I am going to do probably a tutorial this weekend on 90s makeup and what I'm going to do as far as that goes. Oh, I did forget my final step because I don't like to bring too much attention to my mouth. She says as she applies a lip gloss. When I've got such bold eyes, which I have foundation on my lips, so it probably looks crazy. This is Steve Laurent. This is the color Orchid. Steve Laurent in Orchid. Come on, show it. Steve Laurent. I like it. It's pigmented just a little bit. It just gives you your lips itchy. A little bit of color. You look very slick, very glowy, very pretty. So this was the eye with the Metropical. This was the eye with the Poppy. I'm definitely more of a Poppy gal. I do like how sweet and sort of summery this color is, but this is more of like the holidays. This is more getting into, you know, fall, winter, trying to, you know, the sweater dresses and the tights and the boots and all of that good stuff. So I definitely would recommend these. They're about, I want to say $6 per thing at Target anyway. You can probably find them at Walmart or somewhere else a little bit cheaper, but I definitely would recommend these. They're definitely worth your money, especially if you like to wear the glittery shadows and you look glowy and pretty for the holidays. Thank you for joining me. I hope you had a good time. Like this video and subscribe if you choose to, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks.